What's up, guys? Melvin from hairtransplantnetwork.com. Today, we're going to be talking about finasteride. Yes, what is the safest protocol for avoiding side effects? Let's get into it. I'm going to give you guys a little backstory. For some of you who don't know, I used finasteride back in 2007 when I was 22 years old. I got all of the bad side effects you could imagine, and I haven't used finasteride since. But back then, there was no such thing as topical finasteride. There was, but you had to get it compounded at a pharmacy and it was super expensive and just not feasible. Today, that's not the case. So I'm going to give you guys my exact protocol for what I would do if I was 22 living today. All right. So number one is don't use finasteride every day. You don't have to use finasteride daily. It has a long half-life from anywhere from 3 to 5 days. So you don't have to use it daily. You can use it every other day. What I would suggest is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday split. I would apply the topical finasteride once per day. I wouldn't wash my hair the day of. So the day I apply it, wouldn't wash my hair out. The day after, I wouldn't wash my hair out so that you make sure that it actually absorbs into your scalp. That's what I would suggest doing, okay? If you can afford topical finasteride, because again, it is more expensive than the generic finasteride, then I would suggest using 0.2 milligrams. Okay, so I would suggest buying generic finasteride, cutting the pills up into fours, and using 0.2 milligrams every other day. So we know that 5 milligrams of finasteride suppresses DHT by 69%. 0.2 milligrams suppresses DHT by 55%. So it's not that far off. It's still very effective, 0.2 milligrams. So what's the difference between topical finasteride and oral finasteride? Well, there have been a lot of studies recently, and honestly, the topical finasteride seems to be just as effective as the oral finasteride. Now, if you're talking about serum DHT or systemic DHT suppression, from the topical finasteride, you're looking at around 20 to 30% DHT suppression in your body, where the the oral finasteride suppresses DHT systemically by 60%. So that's a pretty big difference. That's more than double of the topical finasteride. So theoretically, you could assume that if you're doing the protocol, like I said, using the topical finasteride Monday, Wednesday, Friday at a low dose, you're probably going to suppress DHT even less because the studies that we've looked at, participants use topical finasteride once a day daily. So I would assume, again, there's no studies on this, but I really would love to see some studies on this. But I would assume that topical finasteride used 3 times per week would probably suppress maybe 10% DHT. So the chances of you getting negative side effects is significantly lower than the oral finasteride. But again, topical finasteride is a little bit more expensive. So if you guys can't afford it, then the oral version is definitely worth trying. I just want to be honest with you guys. There's only so much medication is going to do. There's a lot of impressive finasteride results out there on the internet, but the truth is that finasteride is only going to do so much to restore your hair. Okay, if you've lost a significant amount of hair, finasteride is not going to restore it all. Only surgery will. If you're at the point where you want to have surgery, I'm going to give you guys 3 steps to get equipped and learn about hair transplants. All right, step number 1, click the link in the description box. We have dozens of articles and content teaching you everything you need to know about hair transplants, the techniques, the pros and cons, the cost, everything. So learn about hair transplants before doing anything. All right, once you've learned about hair transplants, you're educated, you know how much your budget should be, you've weighed the pros and cons, and you're confident that you want to get a hair transplant, start consulting with hair transplant surgeons. Click the link in the description. We have a list of recommended surgeons. We've done all of the legwork. We've reviewed them for quality and consistency. All right, number 3. If you still have questions or you want to look at real reviews, go on the Hair Restoration Network. It's an excellent community created by patients for patients where you can ask questions, look at hair transplant reviews, and just learn about hair transplants and hair loss medications. Well, I hope you guys found this video informative, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you guys would go ahead and hit the like button. Guys, it doesn't cost anything, just hit the like button if you appreciate the content. Also, if you like the content that I put on this channel, please consider subscribing. I'm going to say this in every video again, guys. It doesn't cost you anything. I put a lot of time and effort in these videos, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, if you guys want to learn more or you want to know anything else, ask it in the comment section. I reply to every comment. All right, till next time.